One of my students asked me a question about getting ready for a Jiu Jitsu tournament. He asked me, when you find out or determine that you've got a tournament or a match coming up, when did you start to train and eating differently? Would you start dieting, say, six weeks before the match? He goes, I understand that cutting is the last day or so, but did you do anything different when you started training? Basically he's just asking me how I got ready for a match as far as my weight and stuff like that. He says, any help with someone who struggles with food cravings? He says, I try to work out 3 to 4 times a week. And then he says he doesn't feel like it's enough. And he added in a boot camp on Saturdays to try to add in cardio and stamina. He says I'm a little bit frustrated. And this is fairly common for new guys. It's like until you put in your time, it gets hard, trying to figure all this stuff out. I said, don't beat yourself up about a cheat meal. I really think it helps you keep your metabolism going. So we'll say once a week you go out with your wife and you have a dessert or you have drinks with your meal or whatever you do. The main thing is getting back on the horse, getting right back into eating good as soon as that meal's over with. And I said, as far as training, I'm just really encouraging him to enjoy the process. I go, if you keep training at 3 to 4 days a week, you're going to improve a crazy amount in the next few years. Jiu-Jitsu isn't based on months, it's based on years. It takes a long time to get really good at Jiu-Jitsu. It's not something that you walk into and you are going to be able to roll and do well with a black belt world champion in a month. This is something that takes time. It takes years. It's a very intricate art. It's not based on athleticism. You have to be technically sound in order to be good at Jiu-Jitsu. And then the next thing I said is just really focus on trying to improve 1% each time. It doesn't take that long, and you're going to be one of the best guys in the room. And what I mean by not that long is a couple years from now, you're going to be one of the best guys in the room. I told him that I liked him adding in the boot camp, being stronger and better shape can do nothing but help you. I said, as far as competing, you were worrying too much. Competition should be fun. Jiu-Jitsu, especially in the beginning, should be about the experience. Use competition as an excuse to get in better shape and become the best you can be. Don't focus on the results as much as trying to get it better. If you figure out that this is something that you really like and want to take it to the next level, compete in bigger tournaments, then worry about doing everything perfect in the future. Now, and then the last thing I said is to answer your question. In high school and college, I'd train right up until the day before the tournament, and then I'd cut 10 pounds of water, make weight, and go right back up in weight. And I did this because you were competing twice a week in wrestling. Sometimes more. You'd have, but for sure you were basically at a duel once a week and a tournament once a week. So you got to lots of matches during wrestling season. And I explained to him that basically in Jiu-Jitsu, I did the same exact thing. I just trained right up until, the tournament was there, and then I would take a turn around and make weight and go out there. I explained that fighting is different. 8 to 10 weeks before a fight, I would start upping training to peak for the fight, and then I'd cut 20 pounds of water at the last minute, because you're only doing this a few times a year. So it's very stressful on the body to do something like that. So it's best to just do that once in a while, doing that significant of a weight cut. So that's what I really try to do.